Hey guys, it's me, Stranger Builds. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we will be building the junkyard from Stranger Things. And you see this junkyard in the first two seasons, I believe. And in this junkyard, there's the junkyard bus, which I built before in one of my other videos. But that build and video belongs in the junkyard. It wasn't very much of a good video, but I will build a much better version of the junkyard bus and the whole junkyard of its glory. So, as I'm counting on the screen, as much as I was talking instead of telling you guys where it was, on the screen, follow along. So, there's the first block of coal, or that's going to be the first wheel of the junkyard bus. And this is also the place where Dustin, Max, and Lucas were all camping out in there to fight against the Demodogs. So, I know I said most of the stuff you'll need, but mostly throughout the video, there's a lot of stuff I forgot to do, and I really wish I didn't, but I really I was like, oh, I forgot this, and I forgot this, but it'll just all work out in the end. So now, we're building the bottom part of the junkyard bus. This is one that you can go in or go out of. It's like very great. It's like very much better than the one I did. And if you want to see how bad the one I did was, just go to the video. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, you should subscribe. I make somewhat daily content, build Stranger Things stuff, and if you want, you can comment what I should build in the comments below, so then I can take a good look at it and I guess build it. I've built several things such as Mike's house, Will's house, Castle Byers, Scoops Ahoy, and the portal to the Upside Down. Right now we're changing this to polished doryite, mostly because it looks more like, not decayed, but more like dirty kind of quartz looking. So it just looks much better. And I just realized that tire was off. So now we have to go get our, red terracotta and our white terracotta. Mostly because that's like the best color for it, but yeah, I'm just trying to deposit all my stuff right now. Gotta give the barrier block and all that. See, here's my white terracotta. Right now, all you gotta do is surround the whole thing, and yeah, that's basically it. After you finish that, I gotta go back into my inventory and go down in this kind of bed section. I gotta go get a hopper by the redstone. I need to add it because it's a very cool detail. It's like a backstopper of a car wheel, I believe. But yeah, but then you gotta extend it back, which is the bad part, is because I didn't do that. And then you gotta re-add your slabs back. Now you gotta put it down there, which, yeah, so that's how it is. Now you gotta add your way for your door, one block away from the the wheel. And I guess now you really just have to now line in the red with like an indent kind of in it. So that's it for the red around the bus. Now line in the floor with your polished doryite. Also, I forgot, you gotta go into your inventory and get a birch door that kind of looks like it's being protected, kind of like the one from season 2. Now after this, you gotta place that door and then go back to placing your polished doryite. Now we have to add our gray stained glass at the front of the bus, and then we'll have to add it all around the bus. But right now I go through many phases of which kind of glass looks the best on it, of like which position should it be in, and all this. But don't worry, I'll get to the glass around the bus later. Now fill in the rest of the white terracotta side on this side of the bus. Now you want to get your polished granite and start on the roof. Now we will apply the windows in the bus. Add buttons on the coal blocks that are tires. Also make sure your hopper is on the right way and that not it's touching to the ground, that the hopper is running into the coal block that is the tire. Now it's time to add the seats on the bus. Now all you have to do is grab an item frame and then get the music disc stall. And then after that, you can apply it to the front of where the stairs is. Now this is a very common thing I've done with most of the cars. In my builds, like with the Todd Father car and the 7-Eleven build, I also did on my channel. And you guys should go check that out. For this part, you want to make the ladder be floating. So now grab your barrier blocks that you've been saving it for a while. And then now you want to place your ladders on it. But the thing is that it goes all the way around, so you also got to add your seats on each side. So this was a bit of a struggle for me, but I hope it's not really for you. So now it's an easy access to get up, and it looks great. And now it kind of looks like the ladder's being docked from the top of your, looked like it's being docked from the top of your bus. Now you want to add your trapdoors like this, mostly because it looks like it's been like pried on kind of. And yeah, we'll be doing the tires thing later. In my last build, I did like full blocks, and they did not look the best. They did not they looked terrible. So now I'm going to use slabs, especially nether brick slabs, to make them look better. Now if you want to make the bus look more boarded up, you can add more signs on the windows and all around. You don't have to do the ones I'm exactly doing. These are just the ones that I've done. You can do like all the windows all around, but these are just the ones I've done. I also forgot another detail. You want to get some block of iron and you want to put it in the front of the bus to give it the extra effect. Now, since you've had this cobblestone, the mossy cobblestone, it kind of looks like some debris or kind of like some junk that's been laying around. And it's propped in front of the bus, mostly because the bus has been dumped there probably a long time ago. So, yeah. Now by the bus, there's this red car. It looks abandoned, but now we're gonna be building it right here. So it's a 2-block gap and then a 1-block gap in the front and then 2 on the side. Then you want to add these slabs of polished granite, I believe what they are. Gotta break that block real quick. And so now you want to align it all the way around. So it looks good. It doesn't really look right. I'm forgetting the hopper, of course. So now you can run into it just by tapping that block. Okay, yeah, I got it in. So then now you want to put it over and then break that block, and then yeah. Now the second thing you want to do is then grab your slabs again, and then you want to crouch so it doesn't access the hopper, and then you can, that's fine. Now you want to add 1 block up, then you want to add your slabs again, and fly up, and then break that block right below, and the second one below that too. Now all you want to do is fill this in. I know it's not an accessible car. Then you want to come out 2 blocks. I know it's not accessible, but it's still pretty cool design. And then you want to take your polished andesite. I've got no idea. And then, well, actually, no. You want to get your polished granite. That was the one I was just looking at earlier. And so you want to do it on the 3, except you want 1 separating. Whoops. Now you want to add your black carpet at the top. And now your car is done, but I forgot to add the buttons on every side. Either you can add it on one side if you're just looking at a certain time, at a certain thing, just mostly because it's in an angle. But if there's something else you want to do, like add a license plate, this license plate's actually very awesome. You guys could use this, or you can put it on anything. But yeah, you should definitely do what the license plate says. Now come back here, and now we're going to be building what looks like a truck, I believe. It's flipped over. So this is just like the back area that can hold most of the stuff. Well, hold all the stuff. And so then we want to build it in this kind of basin kind of thing. So now build like that. That really just does not look right. Okay, we need to make it a block. Yeah, we need to make it a block like that. So now it's filled in, and now we have to make this like white part that makes it look like it's the place where the driver is located in. But this is mostly at like an angle, as I'm saying, because the picture I'm looking at is a big view out shot where Mike is there and he's looking around, and I think he sees, yeah, he sees his friends and all that, what happens. So anyway, you can add, there's some of the glass right there, and now you want to grab your coal block, as well, you can add some vines for the extra decoration, but also you should grab your coal block. You'll need that later on. So now just like litter your vines around, because this is a really old truck which has been dumped around, so I'm just going to add some on this car too, just for a little bit. Just a tad. That looks good so far. This build's coming along really nice. And so I'm just zooming out right here for some perspective. The white part is really on the right side, but you couldn't really see it, and I had some bad location. So, yeah, I think it doesn't really look so much like a truck. But, yeah, right now I'm trying to build the kind of empty swing set thing. This one kind of goes for a really long time. The design changes in and out a lot, so, yeah. It stays like that, but there's going to be a part where I add carpet at the top, which I know I shouldn't, but, yeah, here it is. Now you want to grab the coal that you've been saving up from last time, and now you want to add the coal on the truck on both sides. Make it look like the wheels are kind of popped out and broken. Now you want to add the buttons on it. Now we're gonna build a car facing out towards like exactly where like the bus is kind of facing, and then we'll build a car facing towards that and some more debris around it. So now here is that. I realize now that I have to make it more rusty, and so I'll use soul sand for the tires and not coal. And then I want to make it like the glass on the windshield is more broken and all that. Also, you should definitely read what this sign says. Now time for the second car. A little weird thing with this trapdoor, it's kind of like there's like abandoned car doors just like left on the side of this. So I'm gonna try to replicate it. So yeah, mostly with trapdoors, and they look very nice. I forgot to mention, this part's actually kind of tough, so you should really pay attention on this. Now here's this like kind of like soul sand kind of debris thingy, and then after that we're gonna build like this weird like the part of the back of a truck, but kind of like broken but kind of buried. It's a really weird thing, but I guess it's part of the build. Now we're gonna go and plant some trees around to give it kind of that forest feel. Even though this is a big forest, I'm not adding the forest today because I'm only building the skate park, but yeah. The weird thing about this junkyard is that it has a big border, but for this, we're going to be using some of the iron railing and just like going all around it. Not like all around it, mostly just like the first half, and then the back half, there's really no like end to it, so it's kind of like there, but it's also kind of like tucked away by the trees. And then here's some more kind of debris, kind of junk around. I had this really good idea for kind of like a dead tree in the junkyard. And so even though it's not really there, but I still think it's a nice little touch on the junkyard. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you guys later video. Bye.